Whose first birthday party? What is going on here? The lights. Oh, stop it! Stop it! Nice to meet you.
Isaiah.
All the guilt out.
Look.
Isaiah. Isaiah just got.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Isaiah. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you.
Woo! The family here. Woo!
Today marks 1 year since our last successful IVF insemination. That's right, successful. In this instance, successful equates to the life of my firstborn child, which we conceived and delivered well and alive. Almost a little more than 5 years ago, my husband and I embarked on the path of starting our own family. We had the loving, elaborate wedding, our honeymoon voyage down under in Sydney, on my only named beach, Manly, a year or two appreciating the early stages of our marriage, and then deciding to begin actively the quest towards parenthood. Later, we learned the journey to parenthood would be a quest indeed. Initially, we understood we'd need help as there was a vasectomy in the midst, but learned the fibroids on the table too. Despite these roadblocks, we both underwent surgeries. First, my husband had a vasectomy reversal, which worked for the period of time. Then I had a procedure done called Accessa. This procedure was radio frequency ablation. The procedure was to help shrink the fibroid significantly so we could conceive naturally with the vasectomy reversal. After the time frame of healing from the procedure in order to conceive naturally, several doctors agreed the Accessa procedure did not shrink the fibroids to the point needed to prevent infertility. Consequently, I needed to have another surgery to remove the fibroids completely. This was a myomectomy. Luckily, I finally found the doctor who would perform a robotic myomectomy on large, like melon-sized fibroids.
She said, not my baby. You ain't gonna talk about my baby like that. Here we are, as a family, at the zoo, wishing little Munchkin happy first birthday. Happy birthday. Where Auntie get him? Where Auntie get you? She said you ain't gonna be strapped in there the whole time.
Uber drivers are here. Got my key on.
Mommy
Uber
will
driver.
hold you. Sir, may you help us?
Beep, beep.
Beep, beep,
That pole. Let me get you in this side.
beep, beep.
You got it recording?
Yeah, I'm
Beep,
trying to
beep.
get us as a family. Des, come here. Oh, she's got a drink.
Vámonos, babe. Well, you needs to go already.
It's going.
Beep, 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 beep,
Beep, beep, beep.
Happy.
Woo, woo.
Moving.
Beep, beep.
Boo, boo.
Beep, beep.
Beep. It's
You want that
Isaiah's
beep?
birthday.
Isaiah's birthday.
It's Isaiah's birthday. You're leaking
Isaiah,
on
beep,
your
beep.
paint. Your paint's
Beep,
leaking.
beep. Hi, baby. What? Cha-cha. Hey, that's right, baby. You're driving.
It's clean. Everything is clean here.
In the past, others were incapable of performing a myomectomy without it becoming a major invasive surgery, let alone perform a robotic procedure. Thankfully, Dr. Estape performed countless surgeries, even larger than mine, with ease and demonstrated the same grace with removal of those fibroids too. Just as my surgery was scheduled, it was nearly postponed due to the COVID outbreak. However, the procedure was considered vital.
What do I need this key here for? Oh, for the lock.
Babe, they left us. Okay, I'll help y'all a little bit.
I gotta look.
Beep, 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 beep. We beeping. Ma, where you at?
Right over here.
You stirring?
Yeah, I'm stirring.
I should have sat in the back then because I'm not doing a single thing.
Babe, you need to be over here. Keep eyes on.
Isaiah, we need
You got
help.
the stroller on top of this one?
Yeah, they got that one.
It looks like we're about ready to lose that one.
I know.
This is my
Beep,
exercise for the day.
Beep, beep. Driver, pull over, driver, pull over.
Now what are they stopping for?
They pull in front of them.
Beep, beep.
This is not Mumbai. Come on.
Sorry. This is the first time we do this today.
Beep,
All right.
beep. Have a license. Beep, beep.
I recall my husband delivering me to the hospital parking lot and having to wait at home because he couldn't continue with me. I was nervous, yet soldiered up the courage to proceed. Something about entering a hospital alone always has a lingering, eerie feeling for me. The idea of the many floors one can become lost in and admitted incorrectly to a department like an asylum or ward or even mistreated is frightening. Despite my concerns, the staff and the experience was more than hospitable, especially under the circumstances of the world declaring a mass shutdown due to COVID. Here we go again. We waited for the healing process. 6 months later, we got the go-ahead to start trying for our family. At this point, 4 years passed between surgeries, doctors, and healing time between procedures for the both of us. We attempt naturally once more, but the vasectomy reversal ceased working. Beginning IVF, the doctor explained we may need a donor. Ultimately, my hopes were dashed. I felt robbed and cheated. In my search for a partner, a best friend, my husband, I carefully evaluated each aspect of a prospect. Therefore, he is the man for me. I am made to be his wife. It's remarkable the marriage we've been gifted. Practically every criteria is met. He is my love. Here, we are met with torture. Faced with the possibility of using donor sperm, with prevailing love and honor, my husband tells me, if we must, he will love each child like his own because it is our love which brought them here. I am touched and perceive this idea. I begin to conceive my options. A life without him and to find another prospect makes my heart break. I start to think of modern families like the Brady Bunch and recall husbands and wives come together with prior children all the time. We can have our marriage to each other and still bring children into this world together and be a family. In faith, wrestling with this notion, we were then introduced to a urologist which gave orders for Julio to have a tease surgery done. Thankfully, the procedure worked and we had a collection of his specimen for IVF. Now, we finally started IVF. My eggs were retrieved and healthy, Julio's sperm the same. Embryos developed and optimal. Finally, insemination.
I got it on video.
The ears of the African elephant is shaped like the continent of Africa.
You do it.
Why you gotta do it like that? Did you know that the
Origination.
of the African elephant
We wait a week and are pregnant. First attempt. We are ecstatic and share with anyone and everyone. In the meantime, we are faced with a beloved family member exhibiting advancement with Alzheimer's. Ultimately, through grace, we need to make proper arrangements. In both world-shaping instances, we miscarry. The news is absolutely devastating. When one is young with no foundation, having a child feels irrational and unstable in this day and age. When one is stable and rational, having a child seems like an everlasting far-fetched obstacle. At this stage, one wishes and misses the recklessness, ease of one's youth. Then pregnancy is almost portrayed as a guarantee, being young and unknowingly abundantly fertile. Persevere through the devastation, blind faith. We try a second time. We are pregnant. Shortly, we are notified it's a chemical pregnancy. In layman terms, an early miscarriage sort of thing. This is traumatic. What should we do? Having our own children together as a family, as a happily married couple, is this in the cards for us? How could we be this perfectly matched couple, totally in love, and forced into an uncontrollable circumstance? When we're dating, Julio shared with me of his vasectomy. I knew about them. Didn't realize they were a common practice for contraception. However, the remedy was quelled with using IVF. Uncertain if my naive, invincible nature agreed, thinking IVF guaranteed us our family, but I saw it as a promise rather than a chance. So, they say, continue the same behavior and mindset expecting different results is the definition of insanity. Evidently, I had an epiphany. I'm usually a happy person. I get upset and have a range of all human emotions. However, regularly, I choose to be happy. Come to think of it, regularly, I choose to be happy. I'm not one who relishes nor enjoys dwelling in misery. Therefore, if I never, ever have children, will I dwell in the place of unhappiness? is that a space I'm comfortable living? Will I be content being a bitter person? Essentially, I envisioned all the beauty I've seen, experienced, and dreamed to know. Thinking about all that reminded me I wasn't suited for bitterness, especially for a lifetime. I wouldn't imprison myself in misery by my own doing. Thus, I accepted if I may never ever have my own children from my loins, our loins, I'll take the time needed to grieve and then move on to a beautiful life, knowing I tried, but will lead another life of happiness.
What?
All right. With the change in attitude and behavior, we informed the IVF doctor of our research in continuing IVF naturally. In my research, women with a normal cycle didn't require nearly as much medication as those who didn't have a regular cycle. IVF offices utilize non-natural methods to maintain an organized schedule for their office. It'd be chaotic to rely on all their clients with random cycles for retrieval or insemination. Unfortunately, we have to remember that IVF is a business, and at times when it feels robotic or like an assembly line, I have to remember it is what it is. Regardless, we were adamant about going natural. We combined it with another treatment too. This marked our third insemination. We were pregnant. We were pregnant with our little boy. This little boy's name is Isaiah. Isaiah, our miracle child. Our prince. At last, our faithfulness in our trials, not just our blessings, has bared fruit. Yes, we sing praises. Don't think not. We were tested throughout our pregnancy, no doubt. We bled initially, which triggered us from the prior miscarriages, but we were fine. Later, we'd bleed every trimester. I was placed on bed rest toward the end.
Birthday, very first birthday, and then you have the same Happy birthday!
Hey everybody, we just got to our room and we just wanted to show you guys a little tour of the room that we have. We're out here on the balcony, and actually I must say that it's a very nice room. Last cruise you guys saw him, he wasn't crawling yet, and this cruise he is crawling, so he's got free reign, all the access, and he's really enjoying himself. So we have this lovely black bed, and I really enjoy that they have it up on the stilts, so that way you can place things easily underneath the bed, because that technically on most cruises there's nothing to do there, and it's just cumbersome to try and get something on. So this is the room, great bed, nice room size. I'm really pleased thus far with Disney. The buffet line, I have never seen a buffet line on a cruise have crab legs. Crab legs, people. They had shrimp and peels and all that stuff with their cocktail sauce and all the other delectable items. And I just want to say that I was impressed. So here we are. I wanted you guys to see that we have actually 2 bathrooms. Can you believe it? 2 bathrooms. This bathroom here is for the Mac Daddy baby jacuzzi shower. Pretty cool, right? Let's continue going more so you can see more. That's pretty awesome. Yes, so that's the shower part of the bathroom. And here we are here, going to the other portion of the loo. So we have a loo. That's pretty neat that they have it separated that way, because as we know, sometimes you have to use the bathroom, but you don't want to bother the other individual while they're showering. So, and these are the closets, nice little closet space, and we're really excited to be here to celebrate our little one's first birthday. So Disney has so many amenities thus far that I'm really impressed with. Just giving you a little look-see of the closet space.
You did.
There you are. So I wanted to say that I'm really impressed with all the amenities that Disney has to offer families to accommodate them and make their stay as convenient, comfortable as possible. So I'll show you more. Stay tuned. Just trying to find my way out of this place at this point. Here we are, finally. Gonna take the stairs to get down to guest services. Got me a little Pedialyte drink just to keep us hydrated, because I'm noticing with the heat, and it's summer's upon us, gotta stay hydrated as best as possible, and water is just simply not enough sometimes. Got to keep those electrolytes here in this heat. Lovely here, making our way to dinner. So there's apparently a few different stations for dinner that we're going to check out. They got you, babe. Wildly enough, I was fulfilling a monstrous internship to complete my master's degree. A week before walking at graduation, I bled again. This bleeding was different. Our nerves were fried. It seemed like a lot of blood. TMI. It was 1 a.m. in the morning. We steadily drove to the hospital for the second time within 2 weeks. The nurses explained, my water broke. The show had begun. It was time to deliver our baby. We, a week shy of full term, while he was a preemie, he was a large preemie. Fortunately, the delivery went smoothly. We stayed in the hospital for 2 days, but had to leave Isaiah in the NICU for them to monitor him for release. It was most definitely hard to do. I was on autopilot to prevent myself from catastrophizing.
Take a look.
The question is, who's the kid? Who's the kid?
When I would think, I'd worry about the care he'd receive and pray no one would abuse him and pray they treated him lovingly. When I'd see them treating him lovingly, I'd pray and give God my jealousy. The jealousy was from worrying he wouldn't recognize I was his mother. That was far from the truth. He recognized everything about me, from my voice, to my scent, to my touch. He knew his father's voice and was assured. We were all assured. We are family.
Do it again. Do it again. Uh-oh. Again with that. Isaiah. He's out. He doesn't care about it anymore. He's out, but on to the next one. Isaiah, look at this.
Isaiah, look what I did.
Look what Daddy did.
Oh, okay.
He's funny. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. VIP, VIP.
Isaiah was in NICU for a week. They ran tests and he passed each milestone. Waiting for the results for each test was nerve-wracking. At last, we brought him home. They gave us a list of orders to complete to make sure he was well. Between insurance, call centers, non-readily available healthcare facilities for infants except for hospitals, we hurdled his final brain scans, all of which were learning lessons. Nothing matched our beautiful miracle. We were taught mental and physical stamina needed for parenthood. Philosophically, we've practiced such perseverance throughout our life. Being focused, determined, ambitious, and above all else, faithful. It's all blessed us. Cheers to Isaiah's birthday and a happy anniversary for a successful IVF. We're more than grateful, and being here to celebrate is a sign of a miracle, and we look forward to so many more. Wishing God bless him and us in everything we do, and we thank you so much. Love you, Isaiah. Love your beautiful miracle. Ciao.